Welcome to Bayana, the heartbeat of tech in MENA.
We bring you those raw stories, the sharp insights from the ground.
Exactly, from the founders, the investors, the leaders building our ecosystem right here.
And today, we're diving deep into Dash Ventures' investment in Omniful.AI.
A really fascinating story, isn't it? A MENA-based startup, but tackling a global challenge.
Absolutely. Supply chain management. And our guide is an article featuring Aboudi El-Katan, a principal at Dash Ventures.
Yeah.
Gives us that insider perspective.
Right, so our mission today, let's unpack why Dash made this move.
Yeah, what makes Omniful.ai tick, and maybe what lessons are in there for, startups and investors listening.
Well, let's start at the beginning. How did this whole thing kick off between Dash and Omniful.ai?
Well, the article mentions the introduction happened back in July 2022. Came through an ecosystem partner, actually.
A warm intro, always helpful.
Definitely. And it helps to know a bit about Dash Ventures, too. They're one of the oldest VCs in MENA, but they invest globally.
Sector agnostic too, right? So they're open to different kinds of ideas.
Exactly. Seed stage focus, evergreen structure, meaning they can be patient with their investments. And interestingly, this was their first Saudi homegrown investment.
Adds another layer. So they liked what they saw.
Seems so. He joined a pretty substantial seed round, $5.85 million, in late August 2022.
Alongside some other known names in the region, VentureSouk, Cedra, others.
Yeah, a solid group of backers, Bunat Ventures, Sonabil 500, RZM Investments were in there too.
So Omniful.ai comes in. What was their pitch? What problem were they solving that caught Dash's eye?
It sounds like it was pretty straightforward, actually. They basically highlighted how quick commerce, fast delivery, has totally changed what we expect as consumers.
We want things yesterday.
Pretty much. So Omniful.ai's goal wasn't to be the delivery guys, but to build the software, the tools for retailers, e-commerce platforms, those 3PLs.
The third-party logistics providers.
Right. To help them optimize their operations, get
Sure.
really efficient, achieve what they call operational excellence.
So empowering the enablers, essentially. Smart.
Yeah, focusing behind the scenes.
Okay, so a timely idea. But what else about Omniful.ai convinced Dash? It usually takes more than just a good concept.
For sure. The article points to a few key things in Dash's thinking. First off, belief in the founders. That was huge.
Who were they?
Mostafa Abolnas, strong on product development, and Alankrit Nishad, who'd already worked with multiple unicorns.
Ah, so real experience there, not their first rodeo.
Exactly. That mix of tech expertise and, growth experience, plus their energy apparently really came across.
Okay, founder team, check. What else?
The B2B focus was important. They weren't trying to compete directly for end users, but selling tools to businesses. Less crowded, maybe?
Potentially a clearer path to revenue,
And then there was their pricing model, usage-based pricing, or UBP.
instead of just a flat subscription.
Right. Seen as more modern, kind of aligning the cost with the value the customer actually gets. Good for both sides, theoretically.
Interesting. And the market size, always a big factor for VCs.
Massive. The article throws out a number. $39 billion spent globally just on ERP software. And that's only part of the market Omniful.ai is targeting.
Wow. Okay, so big problem, strong team, smart model, huge market. Makes sense why Dash got involved.
And they didn't just invest once, did they? They doubled down later.
Right. There was a follow-on investment. What triggered that? What progress did Omniful.ai show?
Well, the article mentions a really strong 2024. They clearly hit some key milestones. But it wasn't just the numbers, apparently.
What else then?
It sounds like Dash was really impressed by the founders' vision and grit, their global ambition, humility, resilience, the drive to build something massive, a global superpower, as Dash thought.
High praise. Did the early results back that up?
Seems so. They mentioned scaling from 0 to over $1 million in AR.
Annual recurring revenue.
Right. And they did that in just 7 months.
7 months. That's incredibly fast.
It really is. And the key thing here for, other startups listening is who these customers were. They weren't just small startups.
Who are they winning?
They actually won customers away from huge global players. Oracle, SAP, that's major validation.
Switching from Oracle or SAP, that signals serious product market fit.
Definitely. Shows their product is solving a real pain point and doing it well enough to displace the giants.
Okay, let's get into the tech a bit. What are these core products that are making waves? You mentioned OMS and WMS.
Yeah, those are the flagships. OMS is the order management system. Think about a retailer selling everywhere, their website, Amazon, Noon, maybe Shopify.
Lots of channels to juggle.
Exactly. The OMS pulls all those orders into one place, centralizes everything, helps manage inventory across all channels, tracks the order life cycle. A single source of truth, basically.
That makes sense. And WMS.
Warehouse management system. That handles everything inside the warehouse, optimizing storage, picking routes, packing, shipping, the physical movement of goods.
And these systems talk to each other.
That's the idea. And they do more optimized delivery routes, pick the cheapest delivery service for a given order. It's about intelligence, not just tracking.
And I read they're building out more beyond just OMS and WMS.
They are expanding pretty quickly, actually,
Mm.
adding things like transportation management, TMS, point-of-sale POS systems, supply chain planning tools, even an AI co-pilot.
An integrated suite, then.
That's the key word.
Yeah.
Integrated. They really emphasize that. And the proof seems to be in the pudding. The article says about 50 of their 60-plus enterprise clients use both the OMS and WMS.
So customers are seeing the value in that integration.
Seems like it. Avoids data silos, makes things work together seamlessly. The impact. In 2024, they powered over 1.26 million orders.
Wow.
Yeah, worth over $200 million in GMV, gross merchandise value, all feeding back into that goal of operational excellence for their clients.
It sounds like a complex build, though. The article mentioned they were in stealth mode for a while.
They were. Over a year, actually.
Why do that? Why stay hidden?
Building this kind of global supply chain platform isn't easy. It needs serious tech, a robust stack. Staying stealth gave them time to really nail the technology, get it right, make sure it was primed for success, as the article puts it.
Patience, then. Build it right before you shout about it.
Exactly. And it seems like it paid off. Hitting that $1 million ARR in 7 months after coming out of stealth, that's impressive.
Especially with, what, no marketing spend?
Right. And founder-led sales initially. The article compares that speed to some of the fastest-growing global tech firms.
So the stealth period gave them a head start, maybe a defensible edge.
Likely. Allowed them to build without tipping off competitors too early, whether regional ones like OTO or those big global incumbents.
Okay, so they've had this rapid initial growth. What's the next big hurdle mentioned?
Scaling from that $1 million ARR mark up to $10 million, specifically within the MENA region.
Why is that jump particularly significant?
It's often seen as a real test of scalability and resilience. You know, can the model, the team, the processes handle that 10x growth? Especially navigating the complexities of the MENA market, different countries, regulations.
Proving it wasn't just a fluke, basically.
Yeah, proving true scalability in this region.
This story also has lessons for investors, doesn't it? Abudi from Dash apparently had some initial hesitation.
He did. The article is quite candid about it. He mentioned being initially cautious about them building multiple products at once. VCs often prefer a super focused approach, right?
We all one thing first.
But the founders convinced him. They argued for the synergy, the integrated nature of their OMS and WMS.
And the data backed them up.
Apparently so. They saw that customers adopting the OMS often went on to adopt the WMS too, increasing the overall customer lifetime value. It validated the founder's vision.
So the lesson for investors is,
Trust the founders, sometimes.
be flexible.
Let the data guide you. Abudi's quote was something like, sometimes the best thing you can do as an investor is step back and let the founders do their thing.
Good advice. Humility from the investor side.
Yeah, and it speaks to the conviction they ultimately had in this team.
And speaking of conviction, Omniful.AI isn't just thinking regionally, are they?
Not at all. The ambition is explicitly global. They want to be a major player worldwide, not just a regional disruptor.
Do they have traction outside MENA yet?
Yes, the article mentions customers already in the US, Europe, and Africa, so the need is clearly universal.
So what's the plan? How do they go global?
Build a world-class team, deep innovating on that integrated platform, and directly challenge, well, the old way of doing things. Legacy ERPs, fragmented single-point solutions.
The stuff that maybe isn't cutting it anymore for modern e-commerce?
That seems to be their bet, that businesses need something more integrated, more agile.
It's a big, bold vision, and Dash sounds like they're in it for the long haul.
That's the sense you get. They know it's a marathon. Building something like this requires patience, continued support. They really seem to believe Omniful.AI can redefine how businesses operate.
It's a fantastic example, really. Coming out of the MENA ecosystem, it shows the power of a clear vision, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And the importance of founder experience, that resilience. Plus, having an innovative solution that can genuinely compete globally.
That early growth, fueled by that strategic stealth phase and the integrated product. Lots of takeaways there for founders and investors listening.
Definitely valuable insights for anyone building or backing tech in the region. It shows what's possible.
To dive deeper into more inspiring stories of innovation and growth from the heart of the MENA tech scene, be sure to explore more of Bayanat's deep dives.